Hello everyone, I'm Nigora Muxamedova and I teach the subject integrated course of teaching foreign languages. Today we are going to speak about language for organization of the games. Well, let's get started. So, before starting our lesson, I want to give you one question. What is the importance of language games in English language? Can you tell me? Uh-huh. Okay, so let's discuss them one by one. So first of all, language games are effective in learning language because they allow students to practice language skills, encourage them to interact and communicate in a meaningful context, and provide a stress-free and natural environment for all learners to enhance the usage of language. So, before putting the video, I want to uh, ask you some question. What is the importance of game-based learning? Can you tell me?
Game-based learning is a teaching approach that uses games to enhance learning. It involves integrating educational content into game formats, making learning more engaging and interactive. This method leverages the natural interest and motivation people have for games to teach skills and concepts. Students can learn through challenges, rewards, and instant feedback within the game environment. Here are three examples of game-based learning. First, consider the use of role-playing games in history classes. Students can take on the roles of historical figures, making decisions based on historical context, which helps them understand historical events and perspectives. Second, puzzle games are often used in math education. By solving puzzles that require mathematical reasoning, students can develop and reinforce their problem-solving skills. Third, simulation games are used in science education. These games allow students to experiment with scientific principles in a virtual environment, helping them understand complex concepts through hands-on experience. Let's look at three benefits of game-based learning. First, it enhances engagement. The interactive and enjoyable nature of games can capture students' attention and keep them motivated to learn. This increased engagement can lead to better retention and understanding of the material. Second, it provides immediate feedback. Games often give instant feedback on performance, allowing learners to understand their mistakes and correct them on the spot. This can accelerate the learning process and improve mastery of skills. Third, it supports differentiated learning. Games can be tailored to individual learning styles and paces, making them suitable for a diverse range of learners and helping each student achieve their potential. Now let's explore three weaknesses of game-based learning. First, it can be time-consuming to implement. Developing or integrating educational games into the curriculum requires significant time and resources, which can be a barrier for educators and institutions. Second, there is a risk of superficial learning. If the game design prioritizes entertainment over educational content, students might focus more on winning the game than on understanding the material. Third, it may not appeal to all students. While many learners enjoy game-based activities, others might find them distracting or prefer traditional learning methods. This variability in preferences means that game-based learning might not be effective for everyone. Game-based learning is similar to, but not the same as, gamification in education. I recommend learning about gamification next. So, check out the video on the screen now. It will explain this concept in under 3 minutes.
Well, uh, what have you revealed from this video? What, can you answer? Okay, what are the benefits and weaknesses of game-based learning? Can you tell me? Okay, so let's revise video. So benefits of game-based learning that it may create interactive atmosphere, yes, according to game in with the help of game games, we can create, students can create interactive atmosphere. Yes, they can interact with each other, with their peers. Yes. So, and what are the challenges or what are the weaknesses of game-based learning? So, the weaknesses, some students prefer to participate in games. Yes, they prefer such various kinds of games. They want to act some heroes, or let's say, but some students prefer traditional method, and they cannot prefer to participate in such games, and this is a challenging problem. So let's think about the developing of language games in school or in learning class. So developing games equip students with valuable STEM skills and dispositions, from coding and programming to computational and design thinking. So what can you say about the development of games? So while developing the game, students can create or develop multi medias. They can create various kinds of let's say, uh, presentations. So some game design provides an aesthetic context for learning. Students make their own choices. So students may have a choice um, to select any game, or in various kinds of topics. They may find, or they may choose whether they can play a role in a theater, or let's say they can act it as a hero of some uh, story or something else. But others prefer to do it in a class with their peers. So next one is engagement is often high. Digital games tap into the interest of young gamers eager to create their own games. So with the help of games, so teacher facilitates students to create such kind of games, and with these games, students gather together, they create various kinds of roles and various kinds of games. For example, if we give them as a task role playing, they always make it together with the help of teacher, of course, with group, and they create a lively atmosphere according to these games. So what are the benefits of students learning? When students design games, as I said, they develop digital capabilities such as coding, programming, game art design, animating, and even 3D modeling. So proficiency in programming concepts and computer science principles like computational thinking. And it may increase their potential things, strengths, skills, and talents as well. The students, which students may not have been initially aware of this potential or talent. So also they use core technology area competence like designing, thinking, and problem solving, and the critical understandings of games as an interactive social text made up of complex narratives and systems and mechanisms as well. So professional game design knowledge, along with many skills that are transferable to different STEM fields. So what is the role of language in game-based learning? So I can surely say that it is a crucial role of language in game-based learning. It depends on in which language you are going to make or create such kind of games. So in game-based learning, language is often used as a tool for communication, collaboration, and problem solving. So with the help of game or using the game in lessons, students can communicate with each other. And for example, they may solve some kind of problems within these games and etc. And games create dynamic simulation where language is not merely a subject to be studied, but as a tool for achieving specific goals. For example, if you put some goal for lesson or student put some goal for his lesson, yes, uh, with the help of these games or within these games, they can achieve their goals. So this shift from passive learning to active participation allows learners to use language in ways that reflect real life scenarios. So it may create for students a real life atmosphere, and according to this atmosphere, let's say, they may create various kinds of scenarios, as they can participate in these scenarios or plays, and they can communicate with students, as I said, and it will increase their skills, weaknesses, and etc. For example, as you see the example, strategy games require players to communicate effectively, coordinate actions, solve problems, and negotiate rules. So according to today's lesson, we will have some activities. Are you ready to make an activity with me? To do the activity with me? Okay, let's get started. So in this activity, you should read each statement below and determine if it is true or false. So if the statement false, correct it to make it true. So the first, in game-based learning, the primary goal is to ensure that students are having fun regardless of the language they use. Is it true or false? What do you think? Yes. If you choose a true answer, you are correct. So second one, games can provide context for meaningful language use that mimic real-world communication scenarios. Is it true or false? Okay, if you choose false, it is correct answer. Third one, all types of games are equally effective for language learning. Is it true or false? Okay, this is false. You are right. This fourth one, the use of empty babble during gameplay is highly beneficial for developing language skills. Is it true or false? You are absolutely right. It is true. So now move to next activity. So in this activity, you should match each term or concept on the left with the correct explanation on the right. So write the letter of the correct explanation in the space provided. So the first one is dynamic simulations. Yeah, you are right. Dynamic simulation is a real world context. Second was second one, multiliteracy approach. What is multiliteracy approach? Yeah, you're right. Language use that involves deeper understanding and application beyond the game's surface level interaction. Third one is meaningful communication. What is meaningful communication? Aha. Conversations during gameplay that lack connection to real learning objectives. And the last one is empty babble. What is empty babble? Of course, using games to simulate scenarios where players use language to solve problems. Now move to next activity. In this activity, you should fill the blanks with the correct items from the list below. So, in the first sentence, when designing language activities around games, it is important to avoid what? You should put one of these words here and focus on tasks that promote meaningful language use. So, what word can you put here? Okay, you are right, fluency. Second one is a critical part of game-based learning, ensuring that students are actively thinking about how they use language. What is it? Uh-huh. Scaffolding fluency, you're right. Third one is educators can use to provide students with the necessary support during gameplay, gradually reducing help as students become more proficient. So, what is your choice? Uh-huh. So, and the last one is engaging with games can help students build by using language spontaneously in various scenarios. Okay. And the last one is games often encourage what? Where students use language to collaborate and interact with peers. Okay, you are absolutely right. This is a cognitive engagement. So, in conclusion, I want to remind you all, which we have discussed for today, what is the language and what is the role of language in games or in lesson planning. So language plays a critical role in the organization of games within educational settings, offering unique opportunities for immersive and meaningful learning. By focusing on the purposeful use language during gameplay, educators can create rich learning environments where students practice communication in ways that reflect real world use. So this is all for today, which I wanted to explain you. So if you have any questions, you are welcome. So thank you for your attention.